Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Death Note, episode 32. Last episode, Teru Mikami, age 27, from the Kyoto Prefecture. Mm-hmm. And he has the occupation, or maybe had, or maybe continues to have, the job of prosecutor.
I'm wondering about that.
Well, regardless of if he keeps his desk job, he's being a prosecutor as on Kira's behalf, right?
Kira, yeah.
I needed it. I was enjoying the show because I love the world. I love the show. I like Nier. I like Mello, but I needed that extra like tension or element, and that's what Mikami gave me with his whole delete like catchphrase, and then like the very anime way of like writing, you know.
Yeah, oddly enough, there wasn't enough there for me with Mellow, Near, and Light.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like there was still kind of some emptiness to there being more drama, more dynamic. And I think that this edition is a really great one. I was wondering if they were going to add another character.
Mm-hmm.
And his character design is great, so that's also cool.
Yeah, I don't know if Kira's kingdom will go on, you know. Who knows at this point? But that whole scene was crazy. I really thought that Mikami was there, yeah. But Demigawa was...
The editing for that was amazing. It really did make you think that he was right in front of Demigawa deleting them.
Yeah. Demigawa is Daddy Gawa.
No.
Because he's dead.
Oh. No, he's not. Is he?
He's dead, right?
He didn't kill Demigawa. He killed all the other ones.
Did he not kill Demigawa?
Did he not kill?
For some reason, I thought he killed Demigawa.
See, when you were trying to do that, I thought you were trying to say Daddy Gawa, and I was like, no.
He's dead. Igawa.
Okay.
And delete.
So he did kill. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Just I care so little about Demigawa that I didn't even remember.
But I wonder if Kira's kingdom is going to go on, you know? No. I don't think so.
I mean, this was literally proof that Kira did not endorse Kira's kingdom and the building of this. Weren't they asking like an outrageous amount for donations? It was like 1 million yen per donation or something.
Imagine like being able to be in that powerful of a position where you're like, oh yeah, we're not even going to accept donations unless they're over this amount of money.
Yeah.
I don't know what Nier and Mello or either of them are going to do to go forward with trying to prove that, you know, Light is Kira. This is definitely an interesting development. I think that Mello's in Japan now. We only had like a scene or two of him last episode.
Right. I don't think this development will make the task force less suspicious of Light to a great degree. Because they all are aware of how brilliant Light is. They all are aware of how much is kind of on the scale of is he guilty or not that's there as kind of coincidental evidence.
Yeah.
You know, so, and also the fact that he's so brilliant is more evidence against him.
That being said, though, this was one of his best plays yet in regards to like, oh, well, how are you going to prove it's me now? I mean, with Misa's mind wiped, like...
Misa's mind wiped, the Death Note is gone. It's with Teru Mikami.
Yeah. And Mikami has the Shinigami eyes as well.
And he had the Death Note sent before Aizawa even decided to search their place.
I imagine Aizawa still being suspicious, but I think he's...
imagine that.
Like, honestly, like, Light pulled a really good, like he played really well here. His move is very smart in regards to trying to like diminish suspicion on him,
and he gets rid of one of the biggest liabilities, which is Misa.
But I think that it was easier to control Misa because of like the verbal like ease, right? Like they're living together, but it might be hard to get messages across to Mikami. That's yet to be seen, though. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm very excited to see what he brings to the show. You ready?
Yes.
Sweet. Do you have a favorite, like, brand of water bottle?
Deer Park.
Deer Park?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about like the Essentias and like the life water?
I like the Essentia.
Essentia is good. I like the like Iceland water
That's your
bottles.
favorite.
Yeah.
I think the fact that it's Icelandic is the reason that it tastes better to you because of like you're thinking about that.
No.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
like
better.
placebo.
Ah, it's just better. I refuse to believe it. That being said, the ease of getting something like Deer Park, like in like bulk, out of like the mainstream waters, like Deer Park, Dasani, Deer Park's definitely the best, right?
I think so. I don't know why I think so. Does it actually taste any different? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh yes.
Yes. Oh, and the eye flash. Nice classical music.
The average Japanese adult would say that Teru
Narrator.
Mikami was a child with a strong sense of justice. Teru had been through and seen far worse miseries and even witnessed death.
Huh.
Oh.
Get a little
If that's why he
backstory?
became a prosecutor?
Interesting. Do you think we're maybe gonna see like a like the process of him being picked or something, or maybe like a day in the life of Mikami?
Look at that professional businessman. I like the idea of him understanding because of miseries. I mean, Misa understood some form of justice and or wanted the death note because of her parents.
There is only good and evil. Every human being, without exception, ends up falling into one category or the other. As class president, I strive to achieve great things for my fellow students. But there were always enemies.
No! Stop! Let go of me, please!
Evil has to be confronted.
What do you want, nerd?
Hearing those words of gratitude from the victims made me want to save them again and again.
Huh.
I like
that
him.
I was able to stand up for my sense of justice.
Look at that. People have joined him.
But that was only true in the world of children. Middle school was another matter entirely. Victims would become participants, and even the people watching would be influenced by evil and become enemies themselves. But for justice to triumph, it requires action. The only person who understood my hopes and remained my ally was the woman who raised me on her own. My mother. Rather, it used to be my mother.
Did something tragically happen to his mother?
You have to stop doing this. There's no reason for you to suffer so much for your beliefs.
My mother was wrong. She didn't side with justice. She was one of those who deserved to be deleted.
Damn.
It was when the miracle happened.
Miracle?
They died instantly. One bystander was killed as well. That bystander was my mother. With these people out of the picture, how many others would benefit as a result? Clearly their victims were relieved. But beyond
Jesus.
that, wouldn't everyone in my class be happier now that they were gone? The way it should be.
There is not someone more perfect to be the hand of
Must be deleted.
Kira.
Every time I judged someone as evil, they would soon be taken care of. Was it coincidence? Was I special somehow?
As a prosecutor, was Light killing the people that he was prosecuting?
That's why I became a prosecutor. It is the role of the prosecutor to see that evil is brought to justice. It was an ideal job for me.
Evil in what sense? Your moral ideology or the government and the country you're living in's ideology?
Everything that had been happening around me wasn't coincidence. It was divine justice. God had been watching me. I started to frequent places where God was bound to be watching.
Damn.
And then it happened.
He did it on purpose. He wanted God to see him.
With this, it doesn't matter if I can't hear his voice. I shall figure out what Kira wants and carry out his will.
That's why it was so easy for him to do the deal for the Shinigami eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
No question.
Delete. Delete.
He wanted to be recognized by God.
Delete.
While Light wanted to be the god.
Mikami made the choice to kill Demegawa himself. I never requested it. An understandable move, but now there's no spokesperson.
Kira isn't saying anything. He must be in a situation where he can't move freely.
This is cool.
We need a spokesperson to spread his word to the people.
Extra, extra! There's a new development in the Kira case. Spokesperson to take Demigawa's place. Take a look.
Right when Light was thinking about it.
Kiyomi Takeda.
Good evening. This is Kiyomi Takeda. It will be my duty to spread the word of Kira accurately.
Interesting.
Why her?
NHN will fairly
Sweet
Just
NHN
coincidence?
star newscaster, huh?
There's no mistaking it. That's the girl that Light dated in university.
but also his liaison.
Oh, it kinda's bad. It's a bad decision, though.
Long to find the connection between us, which could be a problem. No, on second thought, she's not a bad choice. It's one I never would have considered.
Mikami doesn't know that Light's Kira, though, right?
Mm-mm. But she's a star newscaster.
Yeah.
She thinks like Kira.
Hmm.
That makes her the broadcaster most worthy of being the new voice of Kira.
The new hand and the new voice.
This is cool.
It'd be too suspicious for Kira to choose an ex-girlfriend as his representative.
Yeah.
And there's been no sign of Light sending her any messages.
I was thinking we could make use of Kiyomi Takeda. To be honest, I know her. Back in university, she and I were actually dating for a little while.
So he admits it.
Matsu's like looking up to Light. Whoa.
She's in contact with Kira somehow. I think our best bet is to use that connection to find a way to Kira through her. I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to convince her once we get talking. She'll meet with me if I ask her to. Wow. Listen to this guy. You're the man,
I mean, he's also living with Misa.
She worships Kira. But we might be able to use that to our advantage.
If you don't mind, I'd like to listen in on your conversation with Miss Takeda.
Of course. That's fine with me.
He already knew you were gonna
Actually,
say
it's
that.
That Aizawa audio was weird, right?
It was. I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
Kiyomi? This is Light Yagami.
Light? Hi.
Little
It's been a
blush.
while. What's going on?
I have a favor to ask you.
A favor?
You're the woman the whole world is watching right now, so it might not be possible. Ever since we graduated, I wanted to talk to you again, but I never had the chance.
Why are you... Lisa's gonna be so upset.
Call me crazy, but I feel like this is fate.
All right. I may be able to help you, depending on what you're asking for. After tonight's broadcast is finished.
I'll book a hotel room for us.
A hotel room. Are you
Suspicious.
sure?
The last I heard, you were still living with Miss Amane.
Misa's just not intelligent enough to be my partner.
Mochi,
Yes?
your Light doesn't know about you hanging around all the time, does he? I'm beginning to get a really bad feeling about this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Would start saying I'm cheating on him? Oh, he'd be so
Mellow?
jealous.
Nier and the others told me that this woman's supposed to be the second Kira.
So interesting. It's gonna be hard to use Misa if she starts to get jealous because she doesn't know the whole situation with the Death Note.
For him to contact Takeda instead.
Wow, they think so similarly.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Matsuda, how is it?
Good. Audio and video online, no blind spots.
Why does it sound like romantic music?
It's very interesting, isn't it?
Reunited at last.
I missed you.
Oh god. It's so cringe.
Look at Matsu's face.
It doesn't seem like that long since we last saw each other.
What the hell is Light doing? He's not saying anything. If
He
just
doesn't need
stays
to.
silent, she'll get suspicious.
His eyes are saying everything.
Tell me you've never been in love before, E-Day.
Yeah, Ide.
The mood's perfect.
That's not what I meant.
Please excuse me. Kira.
She just said it's Kira.
Kira's contacting her directly?
If luck is on my side, I can get on the phone myself. Well, Mikami, can you make it happen?
This is awesome. I'm
Someone who requests a
Private meeting with
Kira's
her all of a
spokesperson.
sudden.
I'd like to speak with him if I may.
Said that he wants to speak to you.
Perfect. I was right.
What
to
is he gonna
choose you.
say?
This is awesome.
Delight.
What is he gonna say?
You have
Let
to be
him know?
careful.
I know, because how is he gonna let him know?
Yes, hello?
Who am I speaking to?
5 pages on November 26th? I don't get it. What do you mean?
You're God!
You're doing well, Mikami. Let's just see how much you can figure out.
God, you're not free to speak right now.
Yes, but how can I trust you're the real Kira?
Is he asking me to judge someone right now?
Sakura TV?
Quick, let's check it out.
Kira, back to our program.
You just asked!
What it might take.
Kira's Kingdom!
This is amazing.
Or even better than I expected.
What? He's removing the bugs?
I don't understand. What's going on?
Listen, Kiyomi. I am the real Kira.
Light is Kira?
I'll leave the rest to you, God.
I can't believe it's you.
More in love,
You were
almost.
the only man I ever really admired. The only man I ever felt a connection with.
Holy shit.
Now, to find out you're Kira.
That
It's incredible.
Join me, Kiyomi, and you will be the goddess of the new world.
Oh, Light.
Misa's the old
This
new.
is despicable.
She's the new. Holy, that was one of my favorite episodes in a while. That was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that.
Poor Misa.
I did not imagine Kiyomi to come back into the story.
I didn't either. I mean, Misa isn't really like the partner that Light would have picked as a girlfriend. She's obviously was kind of like forced upon him circumstance, you know. It as a character, it makes sense. I don't think he actually has feelings for
Kiyomi? No way.
but she as a partner makes more sense. If he was to say he was dating her, it would be more believable, I think, to a lot of people.
Yeah.
As before, when he was saying he was dating Misa, everyone was like, really? You know?
Mm-hmm.
But how do you keep Misa from finding out that he's fake dating Kiyomi?
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and Kiyomi's aware that he's still living with Misa.
Yeah.
So I guess she's gonna play along with this.
I mean, what do? You if you're Misa, why would you play along with it? You have no knowledge of the Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
If
She's
Light
gonna feel like he's cheating.
Yeah, and if Light tries to explain it in a way like, oh, this will help with the investigation, sure, that's one possible outcome. But also, what's stopping Light from just breaking up with Misa at this point? You know? Right?
You are so right.
Like, there's nothing...
He literally could. She has no connection now. Mello's watching her to no avail. He can have Mochi there hanging out with her.
Yeah.
He could break up with her. And Rem's not around anymore to punish him for it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It could just be a literal breakup. As dramatic as actual breakups are. But it wouldn't ruin his whole God plan. And Kiyomi, like, obviously, Light used the fact that Misa was this, like, famous model. But this is even better. This person is now saying they are the voice of Kira, you know, and has contact phone number with the hand of Kira. This is the perfect place for him to be, both for the investigation, to believe that he's actually investigating, and for him to be able to have his wishes come true.
Having Kiyomi know is definitely a risk.
Yes. He has to really believe that she does still love him and really admires him.
You can't just, like, erase her, memory, like, of the Death Note and him being Kira like you could Misa.
Because it wasn't even connected
so
to the Death Note.
That's very interesting. Matsu's faces, like, every time Light was, like, being smooth,
like,
you know?
mood's right.
It was so entertaining, dude. I love Mikami as a character, like, and the way that he's written and how Light... Like, I'm, like, freaking out in the inside whenever, like, Light is admiring him and be like, oh, I'm gonna test you. You're better than I thought, you know?
But I also like Kiyomi a lot. And
Me
now
too.
I know who the short-haired woman in the intro is.
Yeah.
The lighting's weird, so it makes it kind of look like she's blonde.
Yeah.
And so now we have the two other characters other than Mello and Nier that were in the intro that we were unsure. I guess that means this is kind of the final crew.
How awesome is it that, or how interesting is it that Mikami only refers and talks to Light as God, not even Kira?
Because and just the fact that Mikami really believes, like, from all of this, that God has been directly watching Mikami since the beginning of his life. And that everything he's done in order to protect people from bullies has been noticed, has been recognized. It didn't go to waste. His mom was wrong. I was, like, on board and then, like, wavered a little bit when he brought up that it was, like, beneficial that his mother died. You know? That was, like, I was like, ooh, step back.
Yeah. It's very interesting because, like, the way that he has two other people, like, knowing, or being in contact with, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could easily pass Kira down. Like, if at the end of Light's lifespan, if you want the world to continue this way, you could have a successor, you know, who has their own, like, herald, as Kiyomi kind of is, you know, like, has their own, like, hand as Mikami
basically
is.
like a king or a god would have someone else to do, like a king would have a soldier to do their handiwork, their anything for them, or a servant to cook their meals, or a person that blows the horn and announces whatever the king decrees. And gosh,
I really did not expect Mello to have surveillance in Misa's home.
Do you think Light knows?
I don't think Light knows that it's Mello. I don't know how Mello would have gotten it in there.
Because it had to happen after, in the last, like, couple days, because Aizawa was just there searching the house.
Yeah.
So it had to happen. I wonder if we'll see how it happened.
Maybe. We didn't see Nier this episode.
That might just not be very important.
Did we see Nier tell Mello about Misa?
Possibly.
Maybe. Wow. This is what I needed, dude. I felt tense this episode. Like, I felt it ramping up.
I think from last episode, we were both like, okay, Teru's a great addition to this.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, this is finally the best. Like, when you're like playing a game and you have like the best units to go into battle with, and you like have upped all of their stats. They all have like really great weapons. Like, potions are ready, you know.
It feels like a final battle.
You're prepared. It feels like a final battle is about to take place, and Light is ready.
Yeah. Man, I mean, what? In counting next episode, that's 5 more episodes for the series. If it's like a true battle, then I hope that Nier and Mello get a clue or get something to help them
or
to even the
together.
Because I think that Nier had an advantage, and then when Light like recruited Mikami last episode, that like destroyed the advantage that Nier had, and now I feel like Light is just very, very stacked. You know, he's very overpowered. I feel like at the moment.
Wouldn't it be kind of serendipitous, or like it was meant to be that the only way to stop Kira is for Nier and Mello to actually join together as a team of successors of L.
Yeah.
You know, how they were supposed to be from the beginning, but have denied doing that.
Wow.
This is I feel like this show kind of went like ramp.
Yeah, I agree with you. That whole scene of Light talking to Kiyomi on the phone and then meeting her in the hotel room was like just great. Like, it was funny. You felt bad a little bit, but you're seeing like that's the closest like Aizawa sees to who Light really is. Like, Aizawa firsthand can see how easy it is for Light to lie.
Yeah.
Like,
they already knew he was kind of a ladies' man from before when he was still in college. They knew he had like 5 different girlfriends.
Yeah. But like, it's interesting like how like morally speaking, it would be wrong for him maybe if you wanted to look at it through a certain lens, it could be wrong for him to like use Misa in that aspect.
If he stays with Misa and is still pretending to be Misa's boyfriend and Misa believes that they're together, then yes. If he breaks up with Misa, while it's shitty to Misa, he wouldn't be, in her mind, cheating.
Yeah.
And to some people, cheating.
I wonder if I don't know. Obviously we know Misa's kind of like, oh, why isn't Light been here? Is he okay with this? So like, she's definitely gonna want to want answers, whether that comes in the form of like a breakup.
He might have to break up with her,
or like I'm gonna include you on this plan. I have to do this to catch Kira, and then we'll see if she is supportive or not. But man.
And it's like perfect that it's the girl that Light was mainly dating at the time that Misa met Light.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I like where it's going right now. I'm pretty happy with it.
I am also happy with what this episode has set into place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I have, you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.